Music is raw, not black metal.
Hello people, I'm Sablast. So today we are talking about 10 rules about raw black metal. Okay, let's start immediately. So the first rule is find a reason for raw black metal. Don't just do it because you are listening to black metal and you have a lot of time in your life. Find a good reason why you're doing it, because there's definitely a message you have to send.
I'm making my raw black metal album because Dark Throne and Burzum are also raw. Take that, you bitch. I'm making my album raw because I want people to hear my ideas, regardless of music production.
Okay, that was cringe as fuck. Like whole black metal. The second rule is leave the human factor in. Because music is made by humans, not by robots. We have an artist and we have the listener who has human ears. It's okay if a robot or a computer does the whole job and humans are just sending the ideas into the computer. Eventually we will hear the idea, but the rawness, when it's recorded by a human hand, we can feel the connection, how it's made directly into our ears. That's the point of raw black metal. The human factor, the connection. Yeah. Which leads us to the third rule, which is mistakes are welcome. People make mistakes. We are not perfect. That's why we should leave the human factor in. With mistakes. Mistakes are welcome. I make the best raw black metal. You wish. Fourth rule is rawness is a necessity, not a must do. Before bands had no money for studios, they recorded their rehearsals and then they released that as a demo album. Later on, they learned how to record every instrument individually and then combine that and then release that as their demo. Again, it was raw. People still do that because they don't have money for studios, they don't have the knowledge, but they want their music to be heard. And that's why it's a necessity. Everyone would record in the studio if they had money. But some people force that. They think rawness is a must do. No. If you have the opportunity to record your music good, and you have the talent, and you have the knowledge, and you have the gear, why not record it the best way you can? So do not force it.
Okay, your album is fully mixed and mastered. You want anything else? Yeah. Now make this shit raw, like it's recorded in a toilet. Please. Okay. Just give me that 200 grand, yeah.
Fifth rule is do not copy other bands' sounds. Darkthrone is Darkthrone. Burzum is Burzum. Satanic Warmaster is Satanic Warmaster. You are you. You have your own rawness. Use that. Do not read your music and say, I must sound like Darkthrone. I must sound like Burzum. Because guess what? There is already a band like Darkthrone. And it's called Darkthrone. Sixth rule is do not force. Do not force. Do not force the rawness. Do not force it. There are bands who are trying to sound like shit on purpose. Don't do that. If you are shit, sound like shit, but if you have the potential to make it better, why would you sound like someone who sounds like shit? Even if they are popular. If you sound like shit because you can sound better. But if you have the potential to record something better, do it. Do not copy some band who sounds like shit if you have more potential. Use that potential. There are bands who are trying to sound like shit on purpose. Don't do it, because that's destroying the rawness and the music. Do the best you can. Do not force the rawness.
My demo album sounds so clean. I need some noise to spice it up. Take that! I need something more. Yeah.
Seventh rule is music is raw, not black metal. Black metal is black metal. Raw black metal is raw black metal. Raw music is raw music. Learn the fucking difference. Raw black metal can be really good produced in studio. It can be recorded by a computer without any instruments, and people can still say it's black metal because black metal has no rules. Raw black metal has no rules. Raw music has no rules. Pop can be raw, hip hop can be raw, everything can be raw. Black metal is black metal. Raw black metal is raw black metal. It's just black metal which is recorded raw. Black metal is black metal. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying right now. Maybe I'm repeating myself, but I think you get the idea. Black metal is black metal. Raw black metal is raw black metal. Raw music is raw music. Music is raw, not black metal. I think you get the idea. Eighth rule is studio albums are okay. If you have the opportunity, you have a lot of money, your band has a lot of money, and you want your album to sound decent, go into the studio. Even if you have some raw material before, even if you plan to record some raw material after, why not record a studio album if you have the opportunity? Nobody will look at you as an idiot, except those purists who have no, brains. If you have your raw ideas and you want to see how they sound recorded really good in studio, go into the studio. If you have the opportunity, if you have the money, if you have, a friend who has a studio and will do that for free, which, I doubt. But again, studio albums are okay. You can still release some raw shit after that. Why not? There are no rules that your whole discography must be raw. And that your whole discography must be studio album, album recorded in studio album. You can do raw, then studio, then raw, then raw, then raw, then raw, then studio, then raw. Play with it, do whatever the fuck you want. Ninth rule is, it's a rule not made by myself. It's a rule which I actually heard from Mr. Werwolf from Satanic Master. And he was actually kind enough to reply to my comment where I said, on his new album, I said, I kinda miss the old rawness. I kinda like the album, but I said, I kinda miss the old rawness. And he was kind enough to reply on this. Rawness comes in many forms. You know that feeling when somebody says something to you and you instantly agree? That's how I felt. I instantly agreed with that. Rawness comes in many forms, and it's true. Today when I listen to some AC/DC albums, you have only one guitar, second guitar, bass on top, drums on top, and vocals. Simply recorded in studio, not too much bullshitting, pretty raw, not too much effects, not effects at all. And you say, that's fucking raw. It's recorded in studio, it's fucking raw. So rawness comes in many forms. I cannot agree more. So the 10th rule, our last rule, is there are no rules in raw black metal. So pretty much this video was pointless. Ha! You idiot, I just wasted your time. See ya next time. I'm Sablast and hail.